What is up, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls of all ages? I am Kotab, and I got here a Pokemon X and Y Ubers battle. Now, I don't have a capture board, so you're gonna have to deal with camcorder quality because capture boards are like $400. But anyway, I got the Kyogres, the Zekroms, and the stuff to abuse the rain, such as Ferrothorn, and the Kabutops with Swift Swim. And this match was full of hacks. And oh, by the way, it's against Jabob. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. He doesn't have as much Pokebank stuff as I do, so he just had a bunch of random stuff that he just so happened to have. Threw it together and called it his team. So let's jump right on into this. He's issuing a challenge. He's got a cool little black beanie on. That's cool and all, but your Shuckle, I hope he didn't like it too much because it's not going to live too long. Because I got Shiny Specs Kyogre. He thought it was Scarf because most of them are, but I decided to run Specs because I only have one Scarf and my Zekrom is holding it. So I'm just going to go straight out for the Water Spout. I know I'm faster than a Shuckle because I am max speed and timid, and I Oko him with a Water Spout, and that's fantastic because Specs Kyogre is pretty good. Pretty good. So he goes into his own Kyogre, and obviously I'm Specs, locked into Water Spout. He might be timid, I'm modest, so if he is timid, he'll outspeed. Hit me with the Thunder, and that will hurt, and my Water Spout wouldn't do as much damage. So, he goes for Thunder. I go into my perfect, what's it called, not Kyurem, Kyogre counter, my Ferrothorn, and he paralyzes me with the Thunder, which is, you know, that's cool. So I'm like, okay, well, I can take hits all day. I'm just gonna go for my rocks, and next turn I'll go for a Leech Seed, but I get paralyzed. Alrighty then. So, I'm like, okay, I can live a Fire Punch from this thing, so I'm just gonna try to go for rocks again. Take the Fire Punch with relative ease because it is in the sun, get some, oh, in the rain, excuse me, get some Iron Barbs, that's nice, and I get paralyzed again. Alright. Ferrothorn, you're blowing it. He goes for an Iron Head, trying to flinch me, which is stupid. Just taking advantage of my bad luck. And of course he does flinch me, so you know what? Ferrothorn, you're not getting the job done. At this point I'm kind of upset because I literally just got hacked like 4 turns in a row. So I'm gonna switch out. He predicts my switch very nicely into my Zekrom, and if you get this nickname, you're pretty cool. Just think about it. He predicts my switch, goes for an Ice Punch, which does quite a bit to my Zekrom because obviously I'm Dragon type. I'm just gonna go for a Volt Switch. I am Scarfed. I know I'll outspeed. Go for a Volt Switch. I kind of thought he would switch, fearing an Earthquake, but he doesn't. But that's fine. I just switch out. Go into my Kyogre, predicting him to either go for an Iron Head or another Ice Punch. So either of those I could take, but he ends up going for the Wish, which is fine. If he stays in and protects, then that's fine. I can just Water Spout over and over again. If he doesn't protect, then he's probably dead, but he goes into a specially defensive Dialga. And look how much this does, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Specs, modest, rain-boosted Water Spout, full power, to a specially defensive Dialga. And that does a lot. And so much that this next one will probably kill it, depending on min-max variation. And it does, I think? No. It leaves him with just a nub. And he gets up his rocks, which will help him out in the long run. I wish I could have gotten up mine, but you know. Whatever. But since I'm still at full health, he actually predicted me to switch. But since I'm at full health, I figured I'd stay in, just knock him out with another Water Spout, which is exactly what happens. He goes down. He goes back into his Kyogre. I do not want to take a Thunder because my Kyurem. Why do I keep calling him Kyurem? My Kyogre is putting in work. I decided to switch it up in case he wants to go for like an Ice Beam, predicting my Ferrothorn. Going to my Blissey because Blissey can take Kyogre around just as easily. And look at that. Look at that. Another Paralyze. He uses Thunder twice, gets paralyzed twice. I wish I could do that. Jabob, I want to know what hacks you're using. But anyway, he stays in, goes for Water Spout. And that does a decent amount. But I get paralyzed. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, Blissey, all you gotta do is, you just go for an aromatherapy, or a, soft-boiled. Come on, just something. Can you do something? At least some— nope. Nope. Alright, well, I know his Mewtwo is Mega Mewtwo X, just because I know Jabob. So I'm gonna go into my Lugia, the Great Wall, as some would call it. I didn't know if he was a sub-punch, I didn't know if he had Ice Punch. Even if he did have Ice Punch, I could take it. But I resist his dual stabs, so I figured, you know what, just stay in here with Lugia. He ends up going for a Bulk Up. Now here I kind of was fearing the Ice Punch. I don't even know if this thing gets Ice Punch. I'm pretty sure it does, so that's what I was fearing. I go for a Whirlwind, I don't want to mess around. Apparently he doesn't have it. So he goes out into his, Palkia. So I'm just going to Whirlwind that out. I got to see what he wanted to go into to counter my Lugia, which is his Palkia. So knowing that, I can work around it later, predict his switches later, and I bring him right back out into his Mewtwo, which is great. Now, expecting him to go back into Palkia, I am actually going to go for a Toxic. And with that, I can slowly wear this thing down with Roost and whatnot. He can't really touch Lugia. But wait, no, that's not going to happen because, you know, Lugia is blind and misses 90% accurate moves. As I get railed with a Dragon Pulse. I actually hit the next one, so that's cool. So I'm actually going to Roost, I think. I'm pretty sure if I stayed in, I'm probably roosting. So I'm just going to try to stall him out until he switches. Because I am sick of the hacks at this point. The rest of this match, I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm just going to go for 100% accurate moves this whole time, except for, like, Toxic. Because I don't want to miss anything anymore. Because it's pretty stupid. He goes into his Kyogre. I guess he just didn't want to die. I'm pretty sure, yeah, just go for another Roost. Because that's the cool thing to do. And sorry if I, like, stop talking and, like, have to, like, suck on my spit. I'm just, like, 8 and I'm chewing on gum, so I got a lot of spit going around in my mouth. And you guys probably didn't need to know that. But I'm going to go into my Ferrothorn expecting him to go for a Thunder, which is exactly what he does. He hits me with the Thunder, and I'm like, okay, can I get up my rocks? Can I do it? Is it feasibly possible, mathematically possible, for me to get up my rocks at this point? He goes for an Ice Beam. That does a lot. Nope. No rocks for me. Okay. Fan-freaking-tastic. That's just great. I love it. I love it! Okay, so I'm gonna go for Protect. Surprisingly, this is the only turn a paralyzed Pokemon does not get fully paralyzed, is when I go for Protect. Every time a Pokemon was paralyzed on my team, it got fully paralyzed every turn, except for that one turn, and it was Protect. But I Protect, get back a little bit of leftovers, hopefully can live this next Ice Beam, but I don't. And that's a dead Ferrothorn. So I'm going to go into my Zekrom. I figured at this point, the only thing he has left to take a Fusion Bolt is his Mewtwo. So I'm just going to stay in here and spam it. And Fusion Bolt looks really sick, by the way. You're going to see it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Oh, that is very, very attractive. That is very attractive. And it just one-shots that Rachi. Well, not one-shot, but it takes it out from where it was, which is above half, like 60%. So in comes Mewtwo, and I figured, alright, you know what, I'm just going to stay in, get off a heavy hit on this thing. Which is what I do. Hits. It only does about half, because Mewtwo is super bulky, even without investment. He might have HP investment, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what set he's running. But he knocks me out the Drain Punch and gets about 25% of his health back, which is cool. For him, at least. I'm going to go into my Lugia. And with this Lugia, I can Toxic, I think? Do I Toxic, or do I... I'm pretty sure I Toxic. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100%. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Toxic, and then I'm going to Roost, and Roost, and Roost. Because at this point, I'm getting hacks to death. Anything that I could go into will get one-shotted by this thing. The Mega Mewtwo X is a threat. Everyone likes the Y one, but no, look at that. his arm just extends out like a slinky. That's pretty cool. And don't bash on him. He's carrying poison jab for fairies, Xerneas, more specifically. So yes, that is a thing. Don't think, oh, he's using poison jab. Blah, blah, blah. No, it is a real thing. But he does poison me with the poison jab. 10% chance. You might as well get it. I'm surprised he hasn't critted me yet, honestly. And I was pretty upset this whole match. I was like really upset, and he was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I can't help it." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you can. It's just so stupid." I go for an ice beam. It does nothing to the Kyogre, but I know a thunder will hurt me. But I know I could take it. And besides, I actually predict him to go for a water move, predicting my switch anyway. But he doesn't. He just goes for the thunder. I'm pretty sure I can live this. Yes, I do. It only does about half. And since I just saw that I was faster, I'm like, okay, I can roost, get rid of my flying type, and take this thunder even better. And just try to wear this thing down with Toxic. Because that's what Lugia does. It Toxics, it roosts, it whirlwinds when it needs to, and to speed things up, if it can take the hits, it goes for Ice Beam. Because Lugia is a boss. He goes for Thunder. It does less because I took away my flying type, but the poison is kind of wearing me down. It's not toxic, so it's not racking up, but still it is limiting my survivability, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. So I'm just going to keep roosting until I die, because I want to get damage on this Kyogre so its Water Spout doesn't do that much. He goes for one here. I don't know why, but it ends up doing more than a Thunder would. I guess he predicted that's what he did. He predicted me to roost again, and he figured in the rain plus stab, Water Spout would do more. I think at that point a Surf would have ended up doing more anyway, more than Water Spout, because he is at like 60%, 70%, about that. But he goes for another Thunder there, I think. Surprisingly doesn't paralyze me. But, so I'm just going to roost. Yes, soft boiled. And pretty much at this point, I'm just waiting for a safe switch into my Kabutops. What my plan was to get a switch into my Kyogre, Death Fodder it. After the rain wears off, I could go into my Kyogre, Death Fodder it, then go into my Kabutops, have 5 turns of the Swift Swim, so that way I can easily pretty much one-shot everything on his team so far. With Waterfall, except for the Kyogre. The Kyogre will live one Waterfall. And this is my perfect opportunity. I can go into my Kyogre. I can sack it because I know it can't take a hit. If it can, then it'll just die next turn. But he goes for Drain Punch. I don't care if he gets back his HP, because a rain boosted stab in the rain boosted stab, Life Orb, max attack, Adamant, Waterfall should take out Mega Mewtwo from probably from about 70%, I think. Maybe even more. I don't know. I don't think it'll one-shot, but it could, because Kabutops is powerful. Don't sleep on Kabutops and Ubers. It's really good. Since actually Rain Dance and Swift Swim, Drizzle and Swift Swim is legal in OU now, you could even use it there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But I'm going to go for the Waterfall. Easily knock out that Mewtwo. I know I'm faster. I didn't see any moves with priority, so I was not fearing that at all. He goes into his Kyogre, and if I can hit the Stone Edge, it's game over. But of course, the one move I go for that's not 100% accurate, I miss. Look at that. Look at that. So, pretty much at this point now, all I have left is my Blissey against his Kyogre and his Palkia. In order to win, I seriously have to sit here and soft-boiled over and over and over again. That is the only chance I have at winning right now. The only chance. So, me being irritated at all the hacks, I go ahead and do it, because I don't care. You hacks me to death, I'm going to be annoying. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here, And I'm going to soft-boiled over and 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 over again. Because I don't care. Because you shouldn't hack me to death. You brought this upon yourself. I mean, of course, it's not his fault. It's the game's fault. But I mean, come on, that was stupid. I didn't even get a single bit of hacks that whole time. I never got a crit. I never got a para. Never got anything. But yet, every time he had a move with the secondary effect, it seemed to have happened. Oh, this game. It's so stupid. It's Pokemon where, Pokemon where 30% feels more like 80, but 80% feels more like 30. And if you play Pokemon, you know exactly what that means. But I'm gonna go for soft-boiled. Try to live and stall this thing out. I'm seeing his Dragon Pulse is doing absolutely nothing, so to speed this up, I'm gonna go for a Seismic Toss, which looks absolutely ridiculous in this game because this tiny little Blissey is about to throw this gigantic Palkia across the planet. Look at this. He just picks him up and tosses him across Africa. Look at that. That's stupid. That's so stupid. So stupid. Then again, I guess, like, in the anime, Brock's Happiny could, like, throw giant boulders. I guess Blissey could be able to do more, but that's still stupid. That's still so stupid. So yeah, this next Seismic Toss along with Toxic is going to take him out. And that will be the game. That will be the game which you just lost. And the reigning Ubers champion, Kotab, pulls away the victory once more. Can't beat me at my own game. Hacks me all you like, I'll still beat you. I'll still beat you. Can't beat me. No. But anyway, that was a fun battle. Despite all the hacks, I still pulled out the victory. Which in the end, if in a competitive game, that's all that really matters. As long as you get the W, then you're good to go. Sorry for the long battle, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just hit 40 subscribers. That is phenomenal. Hope you guys can get me up to 50. If you guys get me up to 50, I will do a live stream, and it will be good old times. We'll have, we'll have video games and race cars and strippers and music, and actually we won't have any of that. We'll just have video games. But it'll still be fun, I promise. So, 50 subscribers. Like, comment, share, favorite, all that good stuff. It really does help me out, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys later.